San Diego State got absolutely pummeled by Air Force, 49-10. I know Air Force going in was what, 4-0. I know it was going to be a tough test, but 49-10, that's inexcusable. 4 consecutive losses. So some fans, I think, and it's a good point, like they don't have a good win this season. Who did they beat early on in the season? Ohio? And then who was the other team that they beat? I'm blanking on the other team that they beat to start off the year 0-2 or 2-0. But then they play UCLA, big plays given up there. They play Oregon State, big plays there. They play Boise State, and there was mistakes there with Jalen Maiden and all that, right? There was, I mean, the Boise State, I think it was their running back, right? That Genty that ran all over the place. And then here with Air Force, they ran all over the place. So San Diego State 0-2 in conference. Jalen Maiden had 122 pass yards, which that's not a lot. Leading rusher was Keenan Christian with 58 yards. Look at this. Air Force outrushed San Diego State 287-105. The highlight, it was a really cool field goal. 61 yards, I believe, from Browning, which was a Mountain West record, a school record, but that probably shouldn't be the highlight of a San Diego State conference game. If you win, I guess that's fine for it to be the highlight, but when you get crushed and all you have to hang your hat on is a field goal, like it has to improve. Their run defense has to improve. They were shut out in 3 of the 4 quarters. I was looking up at the watch party on Saturday, and I'm like, it's the 3rd quarter, and they're down. What was the score? They had 42 points dropped on them, and it was the 3rd quarter. Like, just inexcusable. There were some passing plays where just San Diego State literally let one of the Air Force players run right by them. Just little things. It's like they got to clean it up, and they have put themselves in a bad spot now for wanting to win the Mountain West or finish above Boise State and Air Force, which are 2 of the best teams in the conference. They put themselves in a bad spot. Again, 4 straight losses, 0-2 in conference play, and they need to win out while Boise and Air Force lose at least 3 times. Both of them, like Air Force has to lose 3 times, Boise has to lose 3 times if San Diego State wants to finish ahead of those 2 teams. Win out and those things to happen. It's kind of like the Padres. Like just, you have dug yourself a hole here, and you're gonna have to play really well to get yourself out. And maybe it's gonna end up being too big of a hole at the end of the day. Even if they start playing better, it might end up being too big of a hole. So, yeah, disappointing for sure. And now they have an off week, and then October 14th at Hawaii. So they're not going to be at home for a while. So we'll see what happens once they get back home. We'll see what happens in the Hawaii matchup. But yeah, Brady Hoke, I mean, he mentioned it post game about how a lot of things have to improve and running wise, defense wise, and so yeah, uh, that was about as worse. Excuse me, that was about as bad as it could have gone. Right? I mean, Aztecs fans, leave your thoughts in the comments. That was rough to watch.